Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I know it's been a while. I haven't been here. I've been doing some other things like work and just doing some things that brings a person back to themselves, doing some more inner work, a lot of things where we're able to dig deeper to find out exactly if we're doing the right thing, doing things that should be what's for our best and highest good. And with everything going on in the world, it's one of those things where we have to take a step back, unplug, and listen to our inner voice to find the wisdom, the things we were taught, the things we were put inside by our ancestors, the voice in the back of our head, the voice within ourselves, to know exactly who we are, where we need to be, where we want to be, in all the things. I hope everyone is doing well. It's been a while. It's been a while for me that I've been here. Between work and family and all the things that come to I guess you could say it brings our life to a halt, and we have to put our life to the side so that we're in order to get things back on track or somewhat get back on track, however that track may be. Things, they fall into place when we stop fighting or trying to hold on to the change in the wind, the energy, the shift, the love, embracing those things that we so want in our lives. We move forward and we have this hopeful feelings of we want this, we need that, we wish that things would turn around, yet we hold on to the old, our old ways of thinking, our old ways of moving, our old ways of being. The greatest lesson that I've learned through this entire time is I have to stop and always come back to myself. Coming back to yourself means that it's okay to say no, to seek the answers from the outside world, not from just within ourselves, but ask that advice from our ancestors, from the emotions that we feel, from the memories of the ones that held us close to their thoughts, their heart. For me, it was my grandmother. She was always the wise one to, Nana, everybody, to always have a solution. And if she didn't have a solution, she would let it go. It would bug her, don't get me wrong. But the moment she was able to release all those things that that control, that not having control of certain situations, things began to flow again. So a lot of those things that I've learned over these past few months is letting go, not having control, allowing those to leave that want to leave, and also acknowledging that I am important. I do that a lot. I have been doing that, but for now, for this entire time, these last few months, it's actually saying it and doing it. Putting those steps into motion and allowing those things to just play out. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Miha. I love you. Billy, hey, hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing good. My best friend passed away a few months, well, I think about a month ago. My best friend, Sandy Viola. I don't know if you guys remember her from the show. So that's been tough. A few things going on. People are leaving by choice, though. We've talked about this before, how there are some people that are just wanting um, to move on. For whatever reason, it may be loneliness, heartbreak, just having to accept that our life is our life purpose here is done on this earth. There's a lot of people that are shifting out at this time, with everything going on in the world. Um, some people are just they're done. It's sad to say, but sometimes I don't know if you guys have heard of the I can't remember what they're called. Dolores Cannon used to talk about it. There's different levels of people, and they have what they call their step-in people. That there's some people who will step in and take over for those that choose not to be here anymore. That's a whole other show. But I believe that some people are just they're good. They feel that they've fulfilled their purpose here, and they're wanting to move on. With everything happening in the world, it's one of those things where it's like I want to do over, but I want to do things over differently. I know that sometimes we feel that we received a raw deal, or that we got into a situation or circumstances that we just don't, we lose control over. We think we have it from the beginning. Work, family, a relationship, our finances, whatever your situation, whatever it may be, habits. Sometimes we look at it as, oh yeah, I'm good. I've got control of this. Then it takes over everything of who we are. Me, I'm a workaholic. So we have to be able to step back, allowing ourselves to become whole again. However whole is to you, however embracing you are within yourself. Keith and I went to go see a movie last night, and it was meh, it was okay. But a lot of it had to do, the basis of the movie was how Mother Earth is coming alive, how she is alive, but how she is also coming into her own strength, the regeneration of herself, how she will no longer be polluted by the things the human race has done to her, how she's taken a stand by her storms, by her floodings, by the wind that comes and knocks down things that have been there for centuries or hundreds of years or however it may be. She's cleaning. She's cleaning herself. She's rejuvenating herself. I remember months ago I spoke of this. And as well as her rejuvenating herself, she's rejuvenating us. She's helping us to become better people, more sensitive, more in tune with who we are through her vibration, through her cleansings. I've always used Mother Earth whenever I do spiritual healings, because she is who we are. We are no separate from her. We are all one. We are all from the same energy, vibration. We just all carry it all differently for one another, and for ourselves as well. I don't understand that sometimes we feel so separated and divided, but we are never ever divided. How do you feel when you see somebody you truly love go through a situation, their happiness, their sadness? We absorb that in who we are. We are no separate from them. Understanding how well we bond, how well we are able to come back to ourselves and to help heal them, and they heal us. And it's just a transfer of energy. That's all that it is. We see the things around us each and every day. How we address them is within ourselves. Always remember, the way you feel towards somebody else is the inner reflection of how you feel within yourself. Not allowing your emotions to be triggered by something that you're short fuse. You all of a sudden you're just, oh my God, this person is just whatever. Those are things we need to work in within ourselves. We see somebody suffering. We suffer with them. We feel their pain. Yes, we may not be able to do something. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to approach a situation, but we pray for them. I know prayer doesn't handle, or prayer is not going to put money in their pocket in that second. Prayer is not going to help them do, get that job or, right in that moment. But with a shift of energy, miracles can happen. Spirit has told me the last few months, we all change. Things happen to bring us, to open us. There is a shift of energy with each and every one of you. Sometimes you're angry. Your body is telling you it is changing. How you affect people around you is something that is phenomenal. And you don't realize that your energy is everything. How radical it could be to walk into a room and you're just as happy as can be, regardless of your circumstances. You walk into the room and all of a sudden everybody's happy. There's that shift of that energy of who you are, how pure your insides are, how loving you can truly be. If you just allow yourself. Yes, we all have been through situations with people, lovers, loved ones, families, friends, whoever it may be, a coworker, whoever is you spend whoever how do you say whoever is in your innermost closest circle, but how you approach that and how you deal with those people. Do they trigger you? Do they allow you to be you? Do they allow you to feel those emotions? I work with people who we see things throughout the day that we just kind of like, you build this, not a wall, but it kind of like a numbness to certain things. But at the end of the day, you regroup and you feel as if, okay, you let those emotions come to you and you allow them, you put them in front of you, you acknowledge them, and then you're able to move forward. However, you're able to move forward. For me, I pray for them as I pray for all of you. Today's show is very different for me because I've been gone for so long that I asked my grandmother, who comes in and out once in a while, how do I approach these people? How do I approach these lovely people that take time out of their day to listen, to hear the message? And the message, my grandmother said, is trust in your ancestors. The veil is very thin, as it is every time this year. But my grandmother says there's a difference. There's a twist. A lot of you will be able to feel the energy around you, much more vibrant. A lot of you have been touched by sensitivity. You're a lot more sensitive, meaning that you have done some of the work that's allowing you to shift differently. Because of the things that we've gone through within the last couple of years, a lot of you have been unfortunately pole vaulted pushed through this dark night of the soul, what we call it, having to embrace those emotions, the roller coaster, or having to feel through those emotions, the roller coaster going up and down. You're not crazy, my friend. Your emotions are taking you to places and helping you heal through things that you didn't even realize that you needed to heal from. As we walk steady through each and every day, some things don't bother us like it used to trigger us before. After today's show, I want you to sit and I want you to think about how you have not reacted to certain people, certain situations, as you would, say, maybe this time last year, or maybe even a week ago or months ago. We've all come to a place of peace, of understanding, of seeing the bigger picture. Yes, there's certain things that we still struggle with, or there's things that we don't truly understand. But your ancestors stand by you. Today, they are very strong. They are very, very strong with you. Some of you are feeling a hand. Ricky, your grandmother, her hand is on your right side. She says to me that you're doing a phenomenal job. Your trust, your ability to trust is something that is just so wonderful. Don't ever stop trusting, but always remember to trust in yourself. People will come and go, but at the end of the day, your heart tells you everything that you already know. Whether you choose to listen to your heart, understanding that those vibes that you get, those vibes, allow that to happen. Today I speak very softly because right now my head is it's what I send to you all is the relaxation, allowing that energy to just move and be released. Yes, you will feel the warmness. You'll feel the embrace. The energy around you, Ricky, is very lovely. Allow those things to just fall away. Allow those things to just move and shift. Some of you are suffering from, well, not suffering, it's a good thing. Some of you are becoming forgetful. Certain events, times of your lives, certain things. That is your mind being cleared, allowing for the new to shift in. You're removing those programmings that are coming through your head that you've had in your subconscious for so long. Time is no longer affected you as it has before. I have no real essence or no real like recognition of time. Yes, I set my timer before I go to work, those kind of things. But here and now, this is timeless. This is absolutely timeless. All I focus on right now is this moment and everything that it is. The vibration that we carry, the vibration that we share with everybody here is uplifting. The energy that your ancestors also bring you is something that you can never forget. They won't allow you to forget it. Because you carry the work, the healing. A lot of you are healing these things, these ancestral binds or whatever they are. You're healing a lot of these old ancestral wounds from many, many generations. A lot of you guys are doing the work you never thought you would ever see or even know, just by being present in this moment and the energy that it carries. Understanding that all of those emotions that you feel, allow them to be. Recognize them as for what they are and then release them. No longer to carry that baggage, that burden, that that suffering from the past. There's so many things happening right here in this moment. We say to ourselves day in and day out, today is going to be a better day. I'm not going to let things trigger me. I'm not going to let those things that used to get me. I'm not going to let this person agitate me, or that person, or anything like that. We go through our day. We make promises to ourselves. Sometimes we forget we cannot be perfect at every single moment throughout the day. But with each day, the more we focus on the inward and the joy and the lovely things in the now, those things just fall away. You'll notice, I've noticed that for myself. It's like, oh wow, things are just so, it doesn't bother me. Certain things just kind of fall from my mind. I'm like, oh my God, things that used to make me go ape shit before, I just kind of like, dude, I totally forgot all about that. Even people from your past, or from, that were not so great. These things fall away. The hurt falls away. Don't allow those emotions to carry through your tomorrows, even in your right nows. Billy, we all find ourselves in situations. My grandmother shows me, she says, you're a wonderful, wonderful person. Open heart. The emotions you feel, they are your truth. And there's nothing wrong with being in your truth. But when you expect things from people who are not capable of speaking their own truth or knowing what their own truth is, they will always, unfortunately, let you down. Be careful who you choose to put your energy into. And that's a message for us all. We understand that we want to help and we want to be there for those around us. But sometimes taking a step back is the best thing for them and for us. We can never give a message to somebody who's not ready for that message, or to take action, ready to take action on that message. Just being there and just giving that energy to them. It's just acknowledging that you see them in their wholeness, in their greatness. Somebody very dear to me, I always tell him, I see him as complete. I always see him on the other side, the greatness that I see. It's not just the potential, but it's also, I see this person as a whole. We go through things in our life where it feels like we're just, and I don't like to use these words, I've always said it, broken or damaged. All those things that we've been told by people around us, or terms that are used by people, and that is not necessarily true, because I see people in their greatest moments within themselves. I see all that. Yes, we all have stories. We all have situations that we've lived through or survived, or however word you want to use. But I see you all in your greatness. And when sometimes we feel this weakness within ourselves to not be able to step up and do the right thing, or we want to say no, but we say yes, understanding that those days come and they'll go. And one thing that is the most important is that when we're able to stand strong, we become more of ourselves. that light gets brighter within who we truly are. We become radiant to those around us in our vibration and our energy, and all that we are trickles to them, and they begin to heal. It may make their path a little bit easier because all of a sudden they get it. I've seen people that I've done work for, and it's all of a sudden a friend of mine that's on here. I've done some work for a lady that is currently watching the show, I believe, if she's still here. And she's done phenomenal things. Sometimes all we need is that one moment or those few sessions to talk, to heal, to run that energy, and things they just take off. Sometimes people just need that little push into the right direction to reset that energy, just to kind of help things flow through. And it's a lovely thing. Absolutely. Let's see here. Thank you, Thea and Nana and my grandmother. I needed this and your words, everything you said from the start. I appreciate you and I love you. Oh, absolutely, Miha. I love you too. Hey, Kimmy. Hi, Gail. Let's see here. Sorry. You're very welcome, Jill. Absolutely, Jill. I've been thinking about you over the last few months. I wondered how you're doing and stuff like that. I'm glad that you reached out. There's a reason why I'm here. Well, for everybody, of course, but that I think that's a lovely thing. Hello, Kate. Yeah, so this is good stuff. I'm happy everybody's here. Nevada, hello. I see a lot of people. There's a group of people that are here. There are many spirits here. I see ancestors, I see grandmothers, I see children. I see many people standing by. I see fathers, I see grandfathers, I see dogs. Your ancestors say, today is a day of celebration. In order for the group to acknowledge the greatness of a communication such as today, the energy that is around this entire group today, they say they're thanking me for being here today. They're like, welcome back, spirit. They're pretty grateful. They're wonderful people. They're wonderful. And my grandmother says, yeah, that's my grandmother. So my grandmother's just chit chatting. You guys know how Nana is. There's a gentleman that's standing forward. He is very, I think it's Rick. Rickette. Your dad says that he's having a wonderful time. He says that he's like, I love you and I miss you, Carla. He's such a turd. He's like, but I know that you're here. He's like, thank you so much for talking. And Barbara says hi. She just stepped forward. Barbara is somebody who is very close and near and dear to me. She says that she's absolutely happy and she's having a good time. She says that it's something that she never thought she would want to be in this moment. But she's like, here I am. She says that she understands what you're going through and that you got to just keep on pushing and doing what you're doing. She's like, the kids are actually, she's like, tell them your tia Barbara says, your tia Loca, tia Barbara says hi. And she's like, party it up. And, oh my God, this girl. She's so crazy. She's so funny. Your dad says on a serious side, he's like, don't let anything get you down. Keep doing what you're doing. Cut the crap. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Those people, they just have no idea what they're in for. He's like, they're not grown. They don't get it. He said, run your race. Understand. You're not here for them. You're here for you. He said, all of you, you're here for you. If you know what I know today, if you could know and see what I know now, your guys' lives would be always different. It would be all different ways. You're filthy. Yeah, that's what she says, sucia. Absolutely. So the message from Rick today, you guys, he says, you know what? If you only knew what I know now, he says, you're here for you. Find your happiness. Run your race. Stop waiting for people. They're not going to be anything good for you if you can't be good for yourself. Do what's best for you without hurting or disrespecting. He's like, but you know what? Smile more. Understand how important you truly are, not just to yourself, but to your loved ones. Being able to embrace those things that sometimes hold us back and we feel stumped and we feel like, I just can't move forward. Don't worry about it. It's not even about you. If other people are doing things that make you feel less than, it's not about you, it's about them. That has nothing to do with you, so don't allow that to become your bowl of soup, he says. Don't eat things, don't take things in that have nothing to do with you. Let me look at Gail. Hi, Gail. Gail. Gail, I see there's a bird. Hello. There's a bird that continues to fly around you and you're looking in the sky. I see you're standing outside at the waters. It's not necessarily like a beach, but it's a beautiful area. And you're looking for something. You're waiting for your ship to come in. You're waiting for a sign. Something of great a great loneliness. You're waiting for something to knock you out of your shoes, something to light your fire. The bird that flies around you, it looks like a seagull almost. He watches you. He carries your dreams, he carries your thoughts. He goes and he goes away to the very top of the mountain. And then he comes back and you're still sitting there. And the night comes and you're sitting in front of a fire. And the fire is dancing. And in the smoke says, your thoughts is a great power for your manifestations, for your wantings. Your only shortfall is you have to feel it in your heart. You have to believe the energies that you put into the wind. Trust me when I say your ancestors are there. The feeling that you have within your heart of sometimes emptiness or not being enough or not being able to do the things you want to do. You have to shake up your mindset. I see the bird takes off and it holds the thought. And sometimes it has it tightly in its grasp and it moves to the mountain. But then you take that thought back, and as tightly as the bird holds it within his feet, within his, his claws or his feet, you pull it back, and he cannot carry anything. So he comes back, and he flies around you, and he's waiting for you to put out your next manifestation. My friend, trust in your journey. Trust in your heart. I tell people to sit down and write a list. There's so many things that we want to do. There's so many things we wish we had, or whatever it may be. My friend, please sit down and write a list. Even if my grandmother says top 3 because there's so many things going on. Top 3, start with top 3. But you must believe in what you're feeling, not just up here, not worrying, obsessing, but you must feel it in your heart. That energy that stands close to you that energy of your ancestors. I see that there's an older lady that's standing there and she's thanking me. She's saying, I think she'll get it now. The understanding, that pull, that tug. The weather shifts when you are around. There's something about in that wind that you feel. The message of pushing you forward is something. You could be somewhere. I see you're like in the car and the windows rolled up, but you feel a little wind sometimes. That is your, I think she says she's like your mother. There's a feeling of helping to push you forward. That is your sign to understand that the things happening around you, they are true. You are manifesting those things that you need and that you want, that feeling of completeness, that energy. Trust in your journey. Trust in who you are. I bless you and I leave you with that. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy. I cut off all my hair and did some certain things, and this is just who I am, trying to heal. And yeah, I do feel good. My body still is going through those. Gail, you're very welcome. Trust in your journey, my friend. Don't be shy. You're meant for great things. I see you in your wholeness, like I said. Trust in your journey. Believe in who you are. Take that first step, my friend. And don't try and control the outcome. I'm sorry. There's a lady, her name is Susan, I believe. She's standing forward. And Susan, she's saying that I think she's your spirit guide. She is not necessarily an ancestor, but she's like, just call me Susan. I love it. Beautiful stuff. But she's like, don't try and control the outcome. Just allow it to be. I know that was my hardest thing too. Don't try and control the outcome. I always use the example. Trying to manifest, and you're sending out something like you go to the restaurant and you order hamburger, right? And then you're like, okay, this is the hamburger that I ordered. You tell the waitress you ordered. As the waitress starts walking away, you're like, oh, wait, can you come back? Can I get cheese on that hamburger? She's like, okay, is there anything else? You're like, no. And then she walks away again. You're like, oh, can you add pickles to that? That's how some people manifest. And that's why manifestations don't happen. Because we're so busy trying to change it up, we have to really figure out exactly what we want. And understanding, sometimes we short limit ourselves because the universe wants to bring us greater things than what we actually, bring us more of what we deserve than what we want. I always, for the longest time, saw the numbers $325,000. Well, not dollars, but just 325,000. I still never seen anything. I still never, I haven't won 325,000 or whatever. But it's just one of those things that I don't know what it means, but it's still there. So we'll see. So, but then again, that's me. I'm trying to figure out what it is, and it just, it's like you go to pick up the ball, you kick it, and it goes a little bit forward, and then you go down and you're trying to pick up the ball, you kick it, and it goes a little bit forward. Story of my life, but not as much anymore. Thank you. Again, yeah, you're very welcome, Ricky. It's good stuff. Your dad is super funny. He's like, oh yeah, your dad and me. Okay, let's go back up here. Let's see. Gail, good stuff. Absolutely. Let's go here. Michelle. Michelle. Spirit is telling me, well, actually, Spirit, my grandmother is showing me you're standing at the train station and the train is coming by and you're standing there and you're looking in the windows and you're searching for someone, and you're looking and you're waiting. And as you wait, the anxiety builds. And you think you see this person in the window. and it's not them. They resemble every single thing about this person. And you're waiting. In the day, in the night, it comes and it goes. I see you walking away and your head is down and you feel defeated. You feel left behind. You feel these certain emotions of, why can't I have this? Why can't I have that? Why do I see other people around me? Things are happening so easily for them. My grandmother shows me there are lovely opportunities in some of those windows. But you're so deeply focused on one or maybe two things. You're missing the depth and the goodness in those other little windows. They're passing you by. I even see some of them waving at you, and they're not necessarily people, they're opportunities. Why you're keeping yourself small right now, I don't know. Is it based in fear? Fear of moving forward over somebody else? Fear of succeeding? And how are you going to handle the success? My friend, right now it's time to clear the clutter. Know exactly who you are and what you want. These manifestations are coming. Your ancestors are here for all of us right here. They're always here. But this is the time where you sit down and you really have to find out who you are. By mid-November, 11/11, a lot of us are going to have things happen. Either good, over the top great, or sometimes it won't be as good as we want it to be, depending on how much we choose to release. My grandmother says, don't be afraid. Take the step. If it comes to a relationship, understand that some people are not meant to stay in our lives forever. And if they are, take the lesson. Take the lesson. Oops, sorry, my hair is bugging me. Take the lesson. But don't allow it to make you feel any less than. Allow that energy, the knowledge that you've picked up, to be able to move on and move forward. My grandmother says that when it comes to loss, of whatever it may have been in the past, allow that to leave. It's like it's not like you're even holding on to it anymore. It's holding on to you. It's time to declutter. Allow those energies to come in. Trust me. You'll understand why. I bless you, and I leave you with that. All right, Jill. Gypsy Rose and Keith are good. Keith is actually right here. He says hi. Gypsy's actually quiet today. She's not very rambunctious like she always gets. Hi, Mary. Is that what I see? Why I see 11/11? You know what, Lila? I'm sorry, Lila. 11/11 is a empowering number from the highest to the highest. 11/11, when you see repeating numbers like that, it is something of an open door. Something new is coming in. Bye, Billy. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. 11/11 is a sign that powerful things are coming. Powerful knowledge. The next chapter of your life. Like my friend Jill here. through the darkness, through the things that we never can understand, comes understanding and fulfillment beyond any kind of, just, we never thought we would ever get here or be here. Finding the energy to move forward within ourselves, within our lives. Yes, there's a lot that happens within our minds. It affects our body. It shapes the world around us. But we are survivors of our greatest fears. Because fear is only illusion in the things that we do not understand. Fear is a hurdle that we put in front of ourselves because sometimes we are afraid to succeed, whether we're with someone or not. How will I deal with success? We look around the world today and we see all these movie stars or singers or whoever they are, unfulfilled. They became the stars they wanted to become. And look at how Hollywood is nowadays. All these people, all these famous people that were just like, every child wanted to be, they've just up and disappeared. It wasn't everything that they ever wanted. It became a trap. And the thing that I will never understand is the life of being in the limelight can cripple some while others are okay with it because they believe within themselves and in their truth. My friend Jill has been through, as many of us, restructuring, regrouping, doing the inner work, reaching out when reaching out was needing to be, reached out. And that makes many people vulnerable because they don't want to tell people their problems, or they don't want, just like a lot of us on here. We come to a point in our lives where we have to make a change. And then when we become brave enough and believe in who we truly are, the shift happens. When I see my friend Jill, I see we still have hurdles. Those old thoughts kind of come in, but they slowly fade away. And that is such a wonderful, wonderful feat just in itself. Because you know what? Yeah, there's going to be times where we backslide and things happen. Things that might have just briefly triggered us, but they don't trigger us as much. And eventually they completely disappear. They no longer control who we are. We no longer dwell on the shit show that, for instance, myself, that I used to go through from time to time. Jill's spirit shows me you're sitting at the beach and the water comes closer to you. And as you're sitting there, the water touches your feet. And with the cleansing of the water, there's this energy that flows from deep within you, in your heart, out into the sand. It's a healing energy that comes from someone who has done the work, who has seen both sides of this side of the shadows of the things that have happened, and this side of who we are, and the clearing out the clutter. Yes, life still comes at us, and we have to deal with everyday avatar lives and the things that we have to deal with. But we come to an understanding that we are survivors. We've always been survivors. We're able to shift much more safer, clearer, faster than we could before. Jill, you're doing phenomenal things. My grandmother says that there's such a shift and such a transition, allowing those energies to just continue, just to flow, is helping so many people around you. Even the animals are responding to you. The energy around you, the trees, the wind, the water. You're doing phenomenal things, my friend. I hope this helps you. I bless you, and I leave you with that. Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. My grandmother shows me you are on this boat. It's like a yacht. It's a beautiful yacht. Nice and crisp. Just going, flowing through the water. All you see is miles and miles of blue ahead of you. And at the very edge of that water, you see that beautiful sun. The water moves very soft. There's no rough waters there, my friend. The water is very even, and there's a little bit of ripple here and a little bit of ripple there. My grandmother says that you're in the flow. Yes, there's still little things that need to be worked out, but my grandmother says that you're doing things. They're coming into manifestation. The energy around you is very lovely. You're releasing things that no longer serve your best and highest good, and that is such a phenomenal thing. The shift into the 5D, the 3 from the 4, like the 4th to the 5th, your dynamics of your body are even changing. Sometimes you have these bursts of energy, and sometimes you do feel this where you need to nap or be able to fall much deeper into a deeper sleep sometimes. My grandmother shows me when you sleep, the conversations that take place are helping you to not only manifest, but to move past those hurdles that have been in your life since childhood, she says. But understanding that it's all coming into play. I see a windfall of money coming. My grandmother says that whatever you have going on right now, there's a big payoff. And the payoff is coming because it's smooth sailings for you, sister. And there's not even any wind. This is the vision of all visions because there's not even any wind, but you're flowing through. And it's a beautiful pace. It's a beautiful, and the birds come and the music sings, and there's just such loveliness around you. It's a good energy, Rhonda. Yes, you're not looking behind you, which is a good thing. There's things that are left in the past that no longer carry you forward into your future. Those things are done and over with. You're turning the pages. You're jotting down notes, thoughts, understanding that it's a new day, a new chapter. It's lovely energy, Rhonda. There's also a gentleman coming in, very kind. Could be a friend, could be a companion, something like that. He's kind of coming in and out of the picture. He's to the left of you. He's just kind of like, you know how when the picture just kind of like shows and then it leaves, shows and it leaves. Could be somebody from your past. He is also very kind. Randy? Randy, he's saying something to that effect. He's actually very nice. He guides you. He stands by you. He could be your spirit guide possibly. But you might feel some kind of energy to your left. That would be him. I bless you, and I leave you with that. He's got a very nice energy. You're very welcome, Jill. I like your doggies. I love your doggies there, Miss Kate. Okay, let's do this, Kate. My grandmother is showing me a vision of you in very great spirits. It's funny because of Halloween weekend. My grandmother is showing me you're actually a witch on your broom and you're going over the town and you're spreading the joy. You're laughing with great, from your belly up, great laughter. And the spice, you're just letting it go around the town, around the city, in the night. It's assisting the manifestations of the people around you, helping that area to grow and to just, even through your voice, through the humming, my grandmother says that, through the energy that's coming through your fingertips. It's beginning that ripple. A lot of you are doing light workers, the work of the light worker. And you're not even knowing this. You're healing people around you without even knowing that you're healing yourself and others. Understanding that greatness to reach such a broad span of people, Kate, is phenomenal. It's good stuff. The thing about you, Kate, is that your pureness of love, your purity in love, and the understanding and the patience that you carry is good stuff. Tonight we fly, sister. I will join you on my broom eventually. But this is good stuff, Kate. Your family is greatly well loved. There's a blending happening within that family, a shift of more, it's like closeness, and it's a ripple effect from the family too. So there's great things happening. Whatever you've got going on, it's absolutely very lovely, Kate. Keep up the good work. You're a phenomenal healer, and I'm grateful for you. Thank you. I love the broom. Yes, Kimmy, the veil is very thin. It's always thin, but around this time of year, the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, Halloween Eve, the spirits really come out and play. Um, a lot of them is our family coming back to be able to see us for who we truly are, and they're helping to pull us, to push us into that energy of trust within ourselves, of being able to, sorry, I have a hair, of being able to stand within our power. My grandmother says each and every one of you has a phenomenal strength deep within you. That fire may not be lit as well as it can be. When you do the soul searching work, you will always find your strength. Allowing those things to fall away that no longer suit your best and highest good. Asking Mother Earth to keep you grounded with her, to help release those lower vibrational energies that do not assist you in your growth or to fulfill your life purpose. Trusting within yourself and believing how truly wonderful you are. You are all gifted. Just because I have a show, we all have, these gifts we all carry. We truly feel the gift, the love. We feel those moments of like inspiration and like, oh my gosh, you wake up, you're like, I don't know why, but I feel so good. That is you, your higher self beaming down on you saying, this is who you truly are. Stay in that joy, in that ride, stay in that joy. Continue to feel how that is. But also acknowledging that those days that will come when you're not 110%. Listen to your body when you feel tired, when you need the proper nourishment, when you need that little extra attention to yourself. Address it, feel it. Handle what you need to handle for yourself. I've had to step away from social media for a while, if as you can tell. I mean, for those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, I go on, I see little things. Even Debbie and I, she's a wonderful person. I love her very much. She is a phenomenal medium, all that. She's the whole package. But I too have had to step back from everything because my spirit guides told me I needed to step back. There was some work I needed to do within myself. The kind of work that me giving advice to you folks or helping you folks heal was something I needed to step away from because I had stuff I needed to take care of myself first before I can actually give or help heal things. For me, a healer is somebody, a definition for myself is I must be the healer that I must be in order for me to help or do anything for anybody who watches this show, whether it's now or in the future. If my energy is not right, I'm not helping you at all in any shape or form. If anything, I will stunt your growth. For me to step back today into this program and back into the world, it's a huge step for me today. And I'm glad I did it. Because we all have to take that time of self-nourishment, of being able to come back to ourselves and find and do the work. Do the work. And those that really understand your journey and are a part and will continue to be a part of your journey will always be by your side. So I hope this show helped you today. And I'm so glad you guys came. And for all of you that are going to watch this later on down the road, trust in your journey. I send you that healing, loving energy always from the deepest part within my heart, within my soul, and to continue to moving you forward on your journey. Trust in yourself and always knowing that your intuition will never, ever take you away from your truth and who you are. I bless you all and I leave you with this. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Halloween and be safe.